Fate, the Unholy Trinity, is an indie horror game where the Trinity is very unholy. But do not worry,
Very worried.
for you must have faith. In this game, you play as John Fate, a priest who, after failing to exorcise a demon out of teen girl Amelia Martinez, pieces the fuck out because he can't take the shit anymore, but decides to try again because of the nightmares.
I made you breakfast, I love you.
Now with his fate restored, newfound purpose, he reignites his holy spark and pursues on his holy crusade in an effort to save Amazing Matrix, all the while facing interesting and kooky trials and tribulations such as
The unknown horror to the deep dark.
Now it is up to John, but mostly you as the player since you're playing the fucking game, to fight demons and help John against the unspeakable horrors that's soon to come.
You'll need it.
We begin with chapter 1, since this is a trilogy, if you weren't paying attention, as Damien Taras gets out of his vehicle and proceeds to the house where it all began.
Mortis.
Before we get to the house, we explore and wander through the forest because Jonah Warrior is a gamer, and, like many gamers, we fucking game hard! As we wander through the forest, all the while exercising deers and avoiding this skinwalker fuck, we come across a collection of notes which have no significance to the story whatsoever. Shut up. We soon arrive at the house. We enter the house. We are inside the house. We are in. I am my life! As we take a look around the area, the interior of the house looks very well kept, despite the outside being decrepit as fuck. But I am not bothered by this, nor is John. So should you. Stop! We explore around the interior looking for something that may help us in our search. There was nothing of importance, I promise. We then come across the staircase that heads down towards the basement of the house. There we find a spooky picket fence. Oh! And white sheet covered some things. I don't think you call them mannequins. We soon find a demonic sigil on the floor and... Now the game is on, because my computer is running. You may start off not having a clue on what to do next, all the while being hunted down by Amy and her 4 ninjutsu bullshit decoy something. I've never watched Naruto.
I'm gonna be the next Hokage.
So you go around the area, all the while avoiding getting a Mortis, and after a couple behold my cross action, you hear a door open upstairs. You head on up to the second floor and to the attic, coming across an unimportant note. Stop asking questions. John soon finds Amy in the attic.
My God, what happened to you?
Welcome to the boss fight. You'll die, but don't worry. It's only temporary. In this battle between priest and devil from the Bible, you try to fight dodge and survive Amy's or whatever is in her demonic attack, all the while reciting Bible verses and Kumbaya, my lord. After decent amount of holy damage, she launches her second phase of operation, where she grows a third limb and awakens the creatures that dwell within the before. She also tosses a satanic boomerang, so avoid that. After sliding to the left and Mortis time, Amy promptly yeets herself out through the window.
Alright.
Now with that problem sorted, it's time to finish what we had set out to do.
With one bullet.
Now the obvious choice in this scenario is to shoot Amy with the gun, but no, we'll instead take this gun and shoot ourselves. Through the mirror. You do this multiple times and you may be wondering, blank, don't you have one bullet? Yes, but guns are plentiful. After many homicides to the mirror fights back in self-defense because you tried to kill it. That makes sense. Now in this battle between you and whatever the fuck that is, we experience the battle of what it's like to fight a demon that lives in the corners of your eyes. It comes close to you, teleports not behind you, what the fuck? Now you may be beginning to ask, blank, why are we fighting a secret boss that you would have no idea of if it wasn't for the internet and Let's Players finding this out? Good question. Now with that boss defeated pretty easily, you get a note, but it's not important. You're being delusional. Just stop looking into this, little buddy. Now with this nightmare over, it is time to leave. Bring along an interdimensional gun as a souvenir. Can't wait to hang this up on the fireplace. John drives into the metaphorical 8-bit sunset race to continue his journey in Chapter 2. And if you're curious about the other endings, don't, because most of them involve the Blue Man Group guy shooting everything on sight, and then monologues Bible verse afterwards. And depending on what you shoot, decides his fate. One of those fates involve getting killed by a deer, holy fuck. But now with Chapter 1 now done, let's begin with Chapter 2, reminding you all this is a trilogy. What? Chapter 2 begins with a prologue as we are introduced to a new person. His name is Father Garcia. He's a priest and says "Hijo" a lot of the time. We begin in this home abode. It's shit. You get like 3 accessible area and that's pretty much it. But who am I to judge? I'm not a home reviewer, I'm a retard. We head to his kitchen and find 3 photos on the ground. They show the progress of a shut-in child who becomes a thing of parental dream of, why did I say? It's because of that damn phone! We head to his basement where we find the disappointment of every parent tied down to the bed. Now I could make a joke about a priest and a child together in a room, but I will not. They have a normal conversation about the weather until Twigstick says something cringeworthy and Father Garcia decides to crucify his ass because his ass. Who the fuck writes this shit? I assume everyone knows what happens next in scenarios like this, because if you don't... The game is telling me it's 2 AM, so we'll just go with that. I had a bit planned for this, but I didn't want to risk it. But I can risk this! Haha, it's just a stick with 2 circles, YouTube! What you gonna do about it, huh? What you gonna do about it, huh? We return to a familiar boy. Ah shit, it's a boy! We are lost in the forest, but that's okay. We immediately get lost in the graveyard, which is much better, I guarantee. We venture forth onto this lovely place where we come across a save tomb. We head inside. My apologies, it's called the Spirit House, not the save tomb. I'm very sorry. We see 3 people inside sitting on benches in the mirror. We inspect the mirror to find a very handsome motherfucker with a key. He won't give it to us yet until we finish a gameplay mechanic. Currently our tasks are to defeat 3 bosses that are spread out within the graveyard. It's a really simple concept on what to do next. You go to boss, kill him, rip it. That's it. What fucking I said, rip it. Once you do all of that, you'll get the key. I don't really have to go into detail about the bosses since they're pretty simple and easy to deal with. So we'll just move on with the summary. But blank, I'm curious. What about the other boss? Shut the fuck up, Andrew! We go back to the Spirit House to get the key from this devilish bastard. We are bleeding from the eye, but it's alright because we unlock the ability of creativity. My artistic expression is opening up to me. We use this key to open a small gate outside the graveyard, but it doesn't make sense really since we could just go around it. It's funny how they made us work for something so pointless. We do an Uzumaki and then forward to explore this new area we find ourselves in.
Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did. You coward. You make me sick. Your weakness is pathetic.
We head forward with bravery and bravery. I'm not fucking illiterate. We come across a sinister looking church. Ignore the running child. We head inside. I don't really watch the Vtuber live streams. Just the clips. The fuck's a piss fan?
Wow, tastes like piss.
Welcome to the creepy abandoned church. It's a creepy abandoned church. I don't know, it's a church. What do you want from me? There are some notes on the ground, but hey! Look at me. In order to progress with the story, we gotta figure out this candle puzzle. As you can probably guess, it acts as a map of the area. One candle is lit for you, and the other is... The other? Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. So yeah, one candle is for you, and the other is for a ghost called the Spindly Lady. How do I know her name?
No reason.
The puzzle works like this, but I'll explain in caveman talk because... You and ghosts combine to become one candle, and when become one candle... Welcome to a boss fight, of which I am fine with explaining. Trust me. Everyone, say hello to the Spindly Lady. She comes and goes every so often. From here to there to... where the fuck is you? Teleportation is her game, and strangling a bitch is in my genetic coding. It's hard to land any holy hit on her because she moves a lot. But I really wouldn't consider her a hard boss fight since I only died once. Oh, stop that, don't do that. The way to deal with this fight is to present yourselves to her. And as she comes in full speed towards you, you press the D key. You know, as in Dinosaur. Audio Jungle. Or Penis. Once the boss fight is over, a secret passageway is now unlocked. This is the part where you say, ooh, we head deep underground. Holy shit, how they know? Welcome to a puzzle area. Bold of the game devs put me in this shit after a boss fight, but it's alright. I guess. In order to progress through this area, we have to step on the correct symbols on the floor so that we don't die a horrible and meaningless death. Now, I could explain how to solve this puzzle for any of you viewers who are watching and are having problems with this puzzle. But no, get fucked. We solve the puzzle, which need not explaining, and move forward. What a really cool band name. We escape from the outhouse. We were in an outhouse. We find ourselves back into the forest. Again, we wander and find a note in the middle of the woods, but it's completely irrelevant. The bodies of 3 young people were discovered. The bodies were found several miles from the galaxy cemetery. They were just three pathetic outcasts. Stockade is pretty funky. With that tricky dicky getting sorted very quickly, we spot a tunnel that says it has candy inside. It's implied.
Okay.
We insert ourselves inward. Well shit, don't threaten me with a good time. Oh my god, guys, look! It's the sewer level! Everybody knows the sewer level. Little fun fact.
Nobody likes the sewer level.
Within this grungy maze of sewer and sewer, I hate sewer levels. We get lost for a while till we come across a room with words as...
Okay.
They seem to be giving us a clue of some sort. Unfortunately for you, I don't want to read it because I'm a cat. Fuck you. We head on to the next... It says when you see it. That's not what it says, but you get the gist of what you must do. Don't move. That's it. But with my telepathic of mind reading, you are currently asking me, blank. Why the fuck did you show me that? I don't know, you told me. So we don't move as per the words of me, and as soon as it leaves, we...
Mortis.
Okay, that can happen. We head inside a grate, then up into a secret passageway. Kinda, I mean there were arrows telling me where to go. We head up to a very dark and long hallway. This place gives me the chills. We arrive in a new area. It's still the sewers. We explore and find a room covered in darkness with a flashlight in the corner. Don't really know why we need this, so... Oh, I see. Welcome to a boss fight. Ah, shit, I left the caps lock on. The boss fight is kinda easy. I don't know. The fight's simple, really. The thing disappears. Find it and win. Or lose, depends if you're an expert gamer. The basement demon, that's its name, don't make fun of it, fights John, and I'm right behind you. Each time you attack it, it teleports away somewhere in the room while you try to find it using your flashlight. That's entirely the premise of this fight. And once that's done, it's done. We move on. Really simple, like it. Nutty the fuck? We head inside the spooky grate. Place feels familiar somehow. Oh. We come inside into a low-lit chamber. Don't ignore the kid. It doesn't mean shit. The way forward is blocked by a thing. It's a door. It's locked. let's just move on. We come across a room with 3 guys in red robes. They look familiar. We ignore the Spanish Inquisition to head to the next room over, but uh-oh, what's that? The way is blocked by devilish hands! How in the world will we be able to escape from this horrific predicament? Crucify the painting. We move on. We head inside the next room over to find a key. We use this key to open the scary door? Gate! That's the word! Is it a gate? We head inside to... Nande? Now with Father Garcia accompanying us on this last venture, we finally face against our terrible foe. This is a boss fight. Hi, welcome. Miriam Bell is the name and the Mother of Gary is her claim. Who? Later. In this boss battle, she comes in 3 stages, because why wouldn't she? Each stage comes with a challenge, and after each challenge, the difficulty much challenging. Phase 1 is an escort mission. Everyone loves those. This requires John to protect Garcia as he recites the words of God to Miriam Bell as she just stands there and takes it like a champ. I don't think it's working. This part isn't too hard, I guess. You just fend off against cultish attackers and crucify her if you find the time. Once the recitement is done, next comes phase 2. Oh look! A gameplay gimmick! This phase features John and Miriam Bell with surprise guests, depth perception and reaction time. You fight this bitch in the dark with your flashlight because it makes sense. This fight is a bit testy on the nervesies because she does this thing. See that? She moves like a ninja in that one Japanese cartoon. Why one Kaisen? So it's a bit annoying. Oh, we're British there. So it's a bit annoying that I can't holy powers of God her often because where the fuck is you? Hold still. But it's okay, it's fine though. We can kill her. Here comes phase 3. This is the hardest phase of the boss fight yet because she's gone full chaotic alignment. She's using every random moveset possible to keep me in my toesies and constantly having me second guess myself if she's gonna go here or there. But the answer's obvious. She's gonna kill me. It's wild, it's hectic, it's full-on madness incarnate. Yet this does not deter us at all, for our fate's strong and belief holier than thou bitch. We can go toe-to-toe against her madness incarnate. Is what I would say if it weren't for the fact that above all the aforementioned list of things I had just said, this is also an escort mission. You have to fight Miriam Bell, all the while protecting Father Garcia as he wobbles around the area like a dementia-ridden grandpa on life support, constantly forgetting that he has having me restart the fucking fight. If I were to explain this fight, it'd be like a D&D situation where you, a level 15 fighter, and your level 15 Chad wizard friend are fighting against the big bad boss. The fight is challenging, but fun until the sadistic DM casts a spell that mindfucks her wizard friend very bad. So bad that now they can't remember their fucking spells. Now you are stuck in a fight where you have to defeat the plague whilst having to the only way I can explain the situation is like this picture. The boss fight vibe is like this picture. Confused? Allow me to clarify. A boss fight is hard, but can be made significantly harder by having to babysit a retarded NPC just to get the true ending. And everyone desires a true ending, correct? It's the one that shows you that specific CG scene where you clap the heroine's cheeks. To clarify, the boss is strong, and so are you. Do not be swayed with the idea that you are weak. Remember, Father Garcia is the one at fault here. If life is never going your way, remember that you can always blame on someone else. We wake up in John's bed in John's house around John's neighborhood, the area in which where John lives. I'm led to believe that everything that we have just witnessed until now was just a dream. So what the fuck? I can give you guys a tour around John's abode, but like I said before, I'm a retard. We get a letter at the front door from Father Garcia. Reading the letter, it says, oh my god, I'm letting you guys read the letter? Oh, character growth! Reading the letter, it specifies that a group of no good, very evil, possibly mischievous, otherworldly demonic, somewhat chaotic, each second bombarded, cult of silly goofballs are attempting to invite their very evil and demonic overlord, Mr. Mistopheles, over to the heavy side layer. Knowing that is a very bad, no good to the eyes of God, the very sinful of deeds, one of the many rings of hell, the very bad apple of Eden, the most atrocious acts of man, the great pain of Sabbaths. Things that happen, John has a very good idea on what he needs to do next. John drives off yet again to another metaphorical 8-bit sunset to end this unholy use of Sabbaths once and for all. But before we begin with chapter 3, I might as well tell you guys the endings to this, because you guys and gals are a bunch of curious things now, aren't you? There's like 2 of them. Letter 1, where Father Garcia dies by the fate of the universe. Doing this gets a card to follow you. And number B, where we have to cook Jesse! The initiation ending requires John to do a couple naughty things first before he's allowed entry into the salty spittoon. First task is to draw Patrick's star via the blood of endless creativity. Second is to go to the field of corn to try some corn. Afterwards, we sacrifice a new dog and do all these tasks and you will be allowed entry into the salty spittoon. It's beautiful. So with chapter 2 now kaput, we finally come close to the end with chapter 3.